Graphic design is a whole profession and has its own set of disciplines and skills. Graphic design is art, and art is made with experiences based on current trends. Since the beginning of the invention of the first computers, the internet is a place where we interact, share, and get our information in this digital world. Now, take a look at your screen. Your screen is emitting a visual representation of my face in real time. With the help of the chip soldered on the motherboard, processing and gathering data, the screen is able to display my face with incredible detail and depth. It is called computer graphics. From the word itself, graphics. Come on. It is a visual made image or design. But in a computer, it can be in form of photograph, movies, or drawings, or right now, as you're watching this video. Okay, so this is going to be fun. Let us have a drill. Let us compare two images side by side and choose the one that is better than the other. So, let me just roll the pictures. And here's the first example. The second one. Just rate it. If who's the better than the other. The third one. Very nice. And final one. If you chose these pictures, then I was right. How, you might ask? Well, the human perception follows a lot of principles that makes it better than the other, especially when we compare two images side by side. Kaya nga, kung tatawagin din, the design is very human. Speaking of principles, the question is, how does modern digital design attract our perception?
The following principles are followed to standardized image creation and manipulation using any graphic software. It will help you create layouts and designs web pages compliant with protocols. In addition to being visually appealing, a great layout aids the observer in comprehending the meaning of the design. In other words, understanding layout is essential for producing user-friendly, compelling designs, especially in the fields of advertising and web designs. 1. Balance. It describes the placement of elements of equal weight on the page. The three types of balance are symmetrical, asymmetrical, and radial. Symmetrical. This is mirroring an image on both sides of the centerline balance. Asymmetrical. This does not mirror both sides of the centerline, but it creates a balance. Radial. This is a symmetry in several directions using different shapes such as squares, hexagons, octagons, stars, etc. For example, in putting designs on our paperwork for school, we add these shapes for visual design and we place them in a way where the shapes are spread out evenly. Second, movement. It describes the flow of elements on the page. Visual elements guide the viewer's eyes around the page. For instance, artists could design pathways within their pieces of art to force viewers to gaze at them from a particular angle, such as waves in the ocean. Unity. The sense of oneness of the elements that creates balance and harmony. For example, selecting two distinct hues that should work well together like these shapes and colors schemes. 4. Repetition. It describes the consistent and balanced repetition of a design or element. An example is infographics that apply the repetition to the design. It repeatedly used callouts with identical font size of inside text. Proximity. It describes the organization and relationship of the elements included in the design. For example, The fact that a more effective visual design results from grouping related design elements together. Contrast. It is the combination of the opposing characteristic of an element like color, size, thickness, and among others. It allows emphasis on key elements. For example, large and small shapes, smooth and rough textures, light and dark colors. Emphasis. An area in the design that catches viewers' attention. The area may appear different in size, color, texture, or shape. For example, a long corridor or hallway that draws your attention to the far end with its light or darkness. Well, since we are already familiar with most of the image file formats from our previous lesson, so we'll be having a short discussion about them. JPEG, also known as Joint Photographic Experts Group, is where a lot of the image's original information is lost in order to reduce the size of the image file that has 16.7 million colors. They are utilized largely by photographers, painters, graphic designers, medical image professionals, art historians, and other groups since image quality and color fidelity is vital in the area. GIF, also known as Graphics Interchange Format. It is limited to the 8-bit palette with only 256 colors. For diagrams, cartoons, and logos, GIF is the format of choice. It is the preferred format for animation, effects, and uses few colors. PNG, also known as Portable Network Graphic. This file format is best with line art, text, and logo. It is capable of displaying transparencies. TIFF, also known as Tagged Image File Format. All colors and data information are kept in what is regarded as a high-quality image or file format. However, it has a downside. It generates quite large files and uses a lot of disk space.
That is just the introduction to this topic because this is just a part 1 of the series of imaging designing for the online environment. Next week, we're going to learn how to manipulate and use graphic softwares to our advantage in order to edit and generate stunning images and digital art for the online environment.